From the early days of the game to the modern era, let's embark on a journey through time to explore how tactics have transformed on the field. Back before 1870, football teams directed in a 1-2-8 formation, with dribbling reigning supreme. However, in a game-changing moment in 1867, the Queen's Park team from Scotland introduced passing, igniting a revolution. This innovation ushered in the era of the 1-2-2-6 formation, enhancing attacking prowess while fortifying defensive lines. As the sport continued to evolve, the importance of team effort became increasingly apparent. Enter the attacking center half position, bridging the gap between offense and defense. Then, in 1925, a pivotal offside law change sparked a surge in offensive play, prompting Herbert Chapman of the Arsenal team in England to introduce the stopper center halfback system. From the ashes of this defensive stronghold emerged the iconic WM formation, which reigned supreme for 30 years. The WM formation, named for its resemblance to the letters W and M, maintained an excellent balance between attack and defense, providing support, depth, and versatility on the field. Transitioning to the modern era, the fundamental components of modern football systems are shaped by various factors such as player abilities, coaching style, opponent strength, and game circumstances. For instance, in a scenario where your team is losing 0-1 with only 2 minutes remaining, employing a defensive strategy may not be the most effective approach. However, all modern systems revolve around two key elements: the dimensions of the field and the different phases of the game: attack, defense, and midfield play. When considering the field of play, it's crucial to recognize that the majority of goals are scored from within the shooting zone. Therefore, a balanced approach involves both attacking and defending these zones. This necessitates players positioned in the midfield to facilitate the transition from defense to attack, along with the presence of a goalkeeper, as mandated by the rules. As a result, modern systems typically consist of 7 players, 2 attackers, 2 midfielders, 2 defenders, and a goalkeeper, aiming to strike a balance between offensive and defensive capabilities. In analyzing the 3 phases of the game, attack, midfield, and defense, we must determine how to allocate the remaining 4 players effectively. Enhancing one phase may come at the expense of another, leading to strategic decisions about where to allocate resources. This trade-off is best illustrated by examining the 4 most common modern systems of play, each rooted in the arrangement of the 7 players on the field. The 4-4-2 formation is the first classic system in modern football, valued for its simplicity and effectiveness. This setup focuses on building a compact defense in midfield while deploying 2 forwards to lead the attack. Clearly, defense and midfield are very secure. For example, this strategy can be used by professional teams to play defensively away from home. In terms of attack, the 4-4-2 depends largely upon fast breakouts from defense with 2 fast and very fit strikers. Midfielders must be prepared to move forward as a unit to support the target players, and the outside halfbacks must be prepared to attack on the wings. There are 2 variations of the 4-4-2, the traditional flat structure and the diamond shape. Both share the same defensive and attacking setup, featuring 2 central defenders, 2 fullbacks, and 2 strikers. However, the difference lies in the midfield. In the traditional flat 4-4-2 structure, the midfield typically consists of a duo of defensive midfielders, usually one adept at passing and the other skilled at winning back possession. Additionally, there are 2 wide midfielders, one positioned on the left and the other on the right. Their primary responsibility is to oversee the progression of play and establish connections with fellow attackers, whether operating on the flanks or through the center. While these wide midfielders may adopt winger roles, they are still tasked with defensive duties as well. On the other hand, in the diamond-shaped 4-4-2 formation, which may transition into a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-1-3-2 depending on player selection, the midfield configuration varies. This arrangement could involve a defensive midfielder flanked by 2 midfield playmakers and an attacking central midfielder. Alternatively, it might feature 3 defensive midfielders supporting an attacking playmaker, whose pivotal role revolves around supplying key passes to the strikers. In this setup, the defensive midfielders typically include a central ball winner and 2 midfield distributors stationed in wider areas, all of whom are tasked with greater defensive responsibilities compared to the wide midfielders in a traditional 4-4-2.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel.